Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely, beautiful day? I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing wonderful. I am just here because I had something on my mind and I said, ooh, talk about it. So that's what I'm here doing this beautiful day. I hope that well, actually, not hope, my desire is that you woke up or realized that this day is yet alone one of your most phenomenal days that you could ever have. So, definitely make the best of it all things. Um, I just want to see how I look real quick. Uh, and I want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing, and for caring, and for being the best version of yourself that you can be. And yeah, so it's a little choppy, but whatever. Um, Hey, DC World, how are you? Good to see you. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Frugal Mom. Wellness with Frugal Mama. How are you guys doing today so far? Um, I hope well. So I'll tell you what I've done so far with the day. I woke up this morning and I went to the gym. Yeah, I don't know how or why, but I've been so exhausted. I don't know about you guys. Have you been feeling it at all? Like extreme exhaustion? Um, Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn and White Boy. Good to see you. Excellent. About to shower. Ooh, did you work out? Hey, Jaden, how are you? Good to see you again. Did you work out today as well? I know you did. So, what do I plan on doing with the rest of the day? You guys know I don't make no plans. I just go ahead and go about my business and whatnot. But, all right. So, don't forget, guys, if you are interested in the new listening sessions with Joy program, you're more than welcome to book a session. The description of what it's all about is down there, and you can definitely check it out. You can book by going to Be the Difference or emailing Be the Difference LLC at Gmail or texting 201 540 9104 to book your session. Also, we have apparel, t-shirts, fitness stuff at btdifferencellc.com. It is the holiday giving season, okay? So feel free to shop Be the Difference clothing for this season. What else is going on? Oh, yeah. And last but not least, please consider following, well, not consider, just follow BTDLLC on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, um, TikTok. TikTok is different stuff on there. And whatever other platform you can type in, just click that and you'll be there. Wednesday, I was exhausted. Honestly, yesterday, I was mentally drained, but I got some rest and felt renewed. Oh, okay. Hey, let's talk about it with Anita. I just did some good old push ups. Yes, I need to. Hey, Terry, how are you? Welcome. I need to. Yo, wellness. When I went to the gym today, and I got on the machine, my stomach was like inflamed. But I know it's because last night what I ate, um, I had ramen and the noodles, they're the unnu noodles, so they were like that thick. So, that right there is going to and starch, right? Pasta will definitely weigh you down and put some pounds on you. So, hey, Mrs. T with the T. Ooh, what tea you got today? How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Hey, AKA, thank you for always showing up and supporting every platform that goes live, y'all. Make sure you show your support back to AKA, because more than anything, he's probably been in your chat more than once and never asks for anything in return. So definitely check that out. Today, I wanted to talk about the power of influence. This is part two, because the part one, if you look on the actual YouTube page or the homepage of Be the Difference Clothing, I have the top five most powerful Hello World episodes. And the power of influence part one is in there. And I said, you know what? I feel like I want to talk about it again. Now, all of us are very influential. Every single last one of us. I don't care if you are a celebrity or someone of power, only because a lot of people know you and they continuously follow whatever you do. That's the only reason why you are more noted as being an influence or influential person. Know that. Not one of us, in my opinion, is greater than the other. I don't care if you have physical difficulties. I do not care if you are above average in your thinking. I do not care if you own an amass or massive amounts of land, financial wealth, or whatever. It doesn't matter. We are all on the same playing field, because guess what? When we were born, we were all needing to be burped. We were all needing our diapers to be changed. So therefore, we are the same. What bothers me now is primarily when people who have the power of influence decide to be God over someone else's life. I'll use myself as an example. If I know, and I'll use you, Wellness, because I know you won't have a problem. If I know Wellness with Frugal Mama is trying to do something with her channel, whatever it is, all right, let's just be honest. Wellness with Frugal Mama is about to become a trainer. Now, if I knew that she was about to become a trainer and I had a platform with thousands of people, millions of people who cross my path every day, but because I don't want to see her reach her potential, or I'll make it more hard for her, I won't even talk about her. I won't even say, hey, go check out her channel when she does her workouts early in the morning. For those of you who are early risers and are wanting that extra push. Or if you want to learn how to study, I wouldn't even say go check her channel out, because she does her studying lives. It's different. Even sometimes when she does her silent reading lives. I would be playing God if I never talked about it, especially being that I've been there. And that's what a lot of people who amass all kinds of things do. They know and they see that someone is capable and is really good at what they do, but because they don't want their platform of individuals to recommend or notice that platform, they keep a silent mouth. That is trying to play God. I don't care if you think of God in a literal sense or not. We all have and possess the power of influence. Even now, if you are sitting in this live, whether you are communicating or are in the bushes, and you see something that someone else could benefit from, a conversation such as this, and you say nothing, you are playing God over Hello World. because the power of your influence could help suffice a need that you had no idea someone else was looking for. But because you say, oh, well, I don't like that, or oh, if I tell somebody about Hello World, it's going to take away from them wanting to be around me. You've got it all wrong. Because when you start playing those strings or trying to string up someone else, it ends up coming back on you when you need it the most. These are reasons why, whenever I see someone that is genuinely good or trying to do something good, I will never stop them. If I see them, if you step up in my live and I see you and I've been to your channel or I've seen a video of yours and I appreciated it, I will still talk about it because I possess somewhat of an influence to others. And I'm going to use my power appropriately. I'm not going to harm, I'm going to help. That is what humanity has always been about. I am no greater or no less than anyone else. What makes it seem like I may be greater is if I end up being well known, but it doesn't make me greater at all. It just means that more people have been exposed to who I am in Hello World and Be the Difference Clothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sharada the Goddess, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Let's talk about it with Anita. So if you happen to be someone who has a lot of wealth and you see, like, I'm not saying that people who have a lot of wealth and influence are purposely holding people back. I'm not saying that. But if something in your soul and in your heart opens your eyes to an individual who's trying to work and do their thing, you would be remiss not to say anything when it's appropriate. But I get it. We feel that people owe us something. Nobody owes you a thing. No one owes me a thing. I don't owe anybody a thing. But I respect people enough to give. And then we get that twisted that we feel like we're owed a certain thing or owed a certain thing because we went through the trenches. But guess what? Everybody goes through the trenches. Some people talk about it, some don't. I use growth as an example. We go from infant, toddler, adolescent, adult, senior, every single last one of us. At least those who get to go through all those stages are blessed even more. So therefore, we are all on the same playing field, no matter what. No one is greater and no one is less. Even if you think someone is disheveled or doesn't have a place for real shelter, they are still no greater and no less than any one of us. Because at one point, when they were infants, they had a dream. And maybe those dreams slightly didn't become a reality. But for those of us who have had those dreams become a reality, it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to help each other out. Because the moment that you think that is not your responsibility, you get onto that me, I don't care. It's just about me, no one else. And therefore you become unusable. selfish. And eventually, when karma comes back, those same people you did not want to help will now be on your playing level and they will not acknowledge you because they're here and now you're there. And then you'll be looking up like, hey, I remember when you were. Remember, that's it. It's a figment of your imagination. Now, to break the cycle, if you have been here and then you catapult to here, you still should see yourself as here with the person or people who didn't see you for your true value and did not want to do anything to positively use their power of influence to help you. That is where we break cycles. The tit for tat has to stop. Give people their respect when it's due. I'll use this as an example. I tell you guys that I used to go to, that open mic all the time, right? And it was so much so that, the bouncers used to just let me in before the place opened. And there was a artist who was standing in line, and I could have used my power of influence to tell them to come on in. They're with me. I thought about it long and hard, and then I said, nah, it's all right, whatever. And now they're Grammy multi-platinum artists. Now, that's just a small, very small, very small, very, very, very small instance. But what if they remembered she could have helped me get in so I didn't have to stand out here with everyone else, but she didn't. And now that the world knows who they are, maybe now they're untouchable. I use myself as a personal example of what you can possibly do to positively affect someone you don't know. Now, did I know they were going to become a Grammy award winning artist? No. Did I look at them as they were lower? No, I did not. But I knew I could have. It was on my heart just to say they're with me, and I didn't utilize that. I got to deal with that. So when you come across many people, and your power influence doesn't have to necessarily mean that it's going to be a public figure. It doesn't mean that. It just means everyday situations, happenings, opening a door for someone at the grocery store. Hey, maybe it is someone who is a local artist. You have no idea the potential of people. You have no idea the drive that people have. You have no idea the working force that people have behind them. So, yes, you best be kind to everyone and anyone as often as you can. The person that you think is homeless may be one step away from owning a franchise that you will now become not even a partner, but just a customer. So think of yourself as in the same playing field as anyone else. Do not get haughty with your actions or your words. Go help people. Simple as that. All of you know and are the artist that I'm speaking of, but I'm not going to mention their name, but all of you know them. Every single last one of us in the United States of America knows them. Now, would they remember me? I'm pretty sure they would. But would they be like, "Hey, Joy, how you doing?" Probably not. You never forget your beginnings. You never forget what people do to you and how people treat you when you are grinding. These are reasons why I always try to be kind to everyone as often as I can. Even some people who are here on YouTube. I've sat in many, many people's lives for hours and hours on end. Many people. Just because I knew they were trying to get to their 4K, 1K to become monetized. I sat there because I wanted to help. And I knew what it felt like. And mind you, I became monetized before anybody could give back to me in a way where I would need the help for monetization. I don't ask for anything back from anyone. But just remember, majority of the times I was there, not hiding in nobody bushes, but I was physically there. Hello. And I would say hi to every single person that entered that chat, whether I knew you or not. Doesn't matter. Hey, Shiwana, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Trey. T Ray C. I agree. I try to practice this in my. I know that's right. Hey, Mr. Wise, how are you? And y'all already know if you've been to a couple of Hello Worlds, you already know sometimes I'm not 100% good at looking at the chat because I really, really want to talk to the person that's watching me eye to eye. So you see, but I appreciate you for being here. I look not at the time, I look not at who's here. I look at the person because wherever this video may be shown after I'm live, I want them to know it's one on one. These are reasons why I don't read the chat 100%. Has nothing to do with ignoring anyone. So please don't ever think for 1 second that I'm ignoring anybody because that's not the case. The power of influence is here, 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 a little bit here, and a lot here. Because as I always say, when here and here collide, this is the result of the two meeting. Y'all remember when I was at the gym the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, our heart and our soul go right together. It flows right together. Is that why they made a heart look like this? Because from our breastplate all the way down to where the heart would be, well, it's probably over here more, but where the heart would be. Is that why? Is that why the heart looked like that? Like two butts? But it matches so perfectly. Oh, I should try to look that up. Like, who invented the picture of the heart? Because when we look at a heart, it don't look like that. But when you trace from here and you go all the way up, it covers right down to where that beat would be. Mm. So my desire for today is to remind all of us, including myself, that we all possess the power of influence. And the moment that we try to stop other people from getting and attaining things or make it harder for other people to get and attain where they are, especially if you know better. You know better. Sometimes we don't know, but when you absolutely do know, I'm talking about the times when you absolutely do know, you will be held accountable. And don't be upset when people come back and be like, I don't know you. But hopefully, it won't be a continuous cycle where everybody's like, well, I'm getting you back for what you didn't do for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like petty. And I know we all could be petty if we want to be. But it's just get back to humanity and remembrance of the fact that we all need each other. We all need each other. Whoever invented individuality, you sure do know how to divide. There are certain things that we do as individuals need to do for ourselves. But as a whole, WHOLE, we can't forget that if I don't do my part, we can't be together. That's the only reason why you use your eye to start the activation of something else. So please utilize your power of influence in the right way. Don't be frivolous with it, but be very, very diligent. And remember, you could end up in that same situation where you know you could have done something, and the next minute, that other person catapults. Do your part, especially if your soul is telling you, do your part. I'm not speaking, I don't know what goes on in everybody's mind. I don't know the reasonings as to why people do or don't do things. But when this right here is telling you, nudging you to do something, you do it because that is part of your power of influence. Dang, I thought we were on like 50 minutes. I just looked at the time. I'm going to leave you off on this one. We, as old, more mature, adult like bodies, have the power of influence over infants, toddlers, adolescents, and teenagers. Please be delicate and utilize and remember every little thing you say or speak or say can impress on the body of a little one who's got to grow up and become. So while we can become very impatient when kids be acting up or teenagers be acting out, adolescents be acting a whole mix of infant and toddler, just remember you possess the power of influence to either help this person who will soon become who you are be as effective as they would like to be and comfortably effective as they can be in a world filled with different things. And when you decide or accidentally have a child, you are stuck with them for the rest of your life. So your life is their life. I mean, yeah, you still gotta have your own little thing, your own little time and whatnot. I get it. I dig it. But for the most part, you are vowing secretly, because when they come, you are vowing to give all or majority of your energy to make sure that they become better than you. I know some people are threatened by that. Somebody better than me, even my own kid. I know you get be threatened by that. I don't have children, but I'm just saying. I know some parents can become threatened by that because you used to be where they are going and they're going to catapult. Just remember somebody going to need to change your diaper again eventually if you get to be blessed to live that old. And you would want to be in the home of the very people that grew up underneath you rather than in somebody's home filled with other nurses and other people who may have different ailments. You may not even start, you may end up having dementia. So you treat your children with honor, dignity, and respect. Train them to have integrity and to be better than all of the mistakes that you had possibly done. If you know about finances, you start them on their financial journey soon as they can walk and talk. That's what a piggy bank is for. Put your money inside. Even if it's quarter, you don't know. To them, a quarter is like $1 million. Go ahead, put your quarter inside. And then when you have enough quarters, you could do this and that with it. But I recommend kids listen. At this point, all of our attention spans are the same as that of an infant. You zoned in, you tuned in, and then tuned out. Tuned in, tuned out. But remember, you will possess, and they will possess a certain power of influence. We are all at the same level, none greater, none less. Just remember, one day you may overlook the wrong person when you know you should have not done that. And they will then catapult. Use your power of influence. Use it. Don't abuse it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Understand that you have it. Understand that you possess it. Understand. Just understand. If you've never understood before today, understand it now. Everywhere you go, remember you have the power of influence. We all have people and know people that someone else doesn't know. We're all here to help connect the dots between someone else and another. That is your power of influence. Hey, Easton, how you doing? Hmm. Hey, Gigi. When you are speaking some truth today, yes, I brought some mistletoe from a 4-year-old boy 2 days ago. He was on his own business. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. At 4, I love it. Let's just hope that the people who are over him do not get tired or weary of being an influence to them, to him, so that be able to start multiple businesses. And when he has his children, generational wealth created just like that at 4 years old. Oh, I love it. And then he could influence a whole other generation. I love it. Gigi used her power influence to encourage and inspire a 4-year-old. Y'all listen, we think just because a 4 year because someone may be 4 years old that they're immature. Well, look at you. You may be 43 years old, 42 years old, 23 years old, 33 years old, 35 years old, 34 years old, but still be less mature than a 4 year old. So let's throw that age stuff out the garbage. Just because you're taller and bigger and you think you learned a lot more doesn't mean anything. Let's celebrate each other when we can. Mm. I'm here every single day. We talk about everything and anything, and you are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. We are all growing and learning as we go along. For all of those who know more than others, use your power of influence to help another, especially when you know your soul is telling you to do so. And generally, you can just be kind anyway, okay? Whatever you do, find out what your purpose is so that you can become celebrated in your own right. So you can learn how to celebrate yourself and love yourself. And not in a conceited way, but just recognize how beautiful you are and recognize that you do have a power of influence. These are all things that tie into helping us. You love yourself, you work in your purpose. There's no way in the world you would not love and nurture nature and those other human beings. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world you would not see the value. If you're lined up in doing those three things, following your purpose, doing all that, loving yourself, there's no way in the world you wouldn't think that humanity was necessary and needed and definitely wanting to put your part in there and help. Never. You would not see that. I'm only speaking from experience. Hey, maybe it's just me, but I doubt it. We all possess the power to make this world look better than the presentations that we see. It always starts with one. Feel free to shop btdllc.com for all your inspirational needs. My name is Joy from Be the Difference, and I am signing out of another episode of Hello